All right, folks, welcome back to Flatirons Tuning. We're here in the shop again because we want to talk about the value proposed in the 2026 WRX because Subaru brought the base WRX back. It's one of the things we've been talking about and kind of ruminating on here is like how much value does that actually bring back to the table? And we think it's significant. We're going to dive into it. Before we do that, I just want to say, if you're watching on mobile and you see the hype button, make sure you hit that. That helps us out a ton. Like and subscribe. We really appreciate that. Of course, the way to make sure we can keep coming back and make these videos for you, head over to flatironsstudio.com. Your support there is what lets us come back and make these videos for you. So we greatly appreciate that. Now, let's talk about the value in the 2026 base WRX. So again, the base WRX now starts at $32,495. It's a significant decrease, but kind of back to where it was in 2024 with our base WRX. Let's talk about some comparisons right off the top. So Impreza RS, so this is the 2.5 liter natural aspirated RS for 2026. That is going to be $29,495. So just $3,000 less than the WRX. So for about 10% more, you could have an RS, or for 10% more, you can have a WRX. Those are completely different cars, very different levels of performance. So I think that is one thing that shows kind of the value of this base WRX. Let's look at some competitors. So the main competitor, of course, is the GR Corolla. That starts for 2026 at $39,920. Definitely a different car, a higher level of performance than what the WRX has. It's more akin to an STI, but we're going to look at modifications to maybe catch or shorten that gap. Elantra N, $35,100. A lot of performance that offers. It's the base WRX is still cheaper, and those are different cars because the Elantra N is front-wheel drive. It's a little bit different, but I think it's going to be a competitor. And then the other stretch is a Mazda 3 2.5 turbo. So that starts at $38,500. Also a bit of a different car. It only comes in automatic, but it's paddle shift. Maybe more of an enthusiast car, you could say. But again, a lot more than the base WRX is. So let's go back to 2006 and the first WRX TR. Now this was the lightest version. It was the cheapest version of the WRX in 2006. 2006 was the first year that the WRX got the 2.5 liter engine. MSRP was about $24,000 back then. What would that be in 2026 dollars? Well, for inflation, it'd be about $40,200 for the 2006 WRX compared to today. So we're significantly cheaper with the base WRX than what the TR was back in 2006. And remember in 2006 with that first 2.5 liter engine, well, it only made 230 horsepower. Car and driver said 0 to 60 about 5.8 seconds, so we're a little bit faster. But man, the new WRX is a whole lot different. 2 generations, a big step forward compared to that 2006 WRX TR. So there's a lot of value packed in there. Now, what if you wanted to make a couple tweaks? If we start with the base WRX, $32,495, if we're going to do anything to it, the first 2 things we do is the WRX TR brakes and then the Cobb flex fuel, so access port and flex fuel setup. In our calculator, if you do the least expensive WRX TR brakes with the KNS rotors and Hawk HPS 5.0 pads, which are a good all-round pad you can use on the street, decent performance, that package comes to $4,242. Cobb access port with flex fuel, you're looking at $1,868. So you do those 2 things to your base WRX, you're now at $38,600, which is about $6,100 more than just the base price of the car. But again, $38,605. So you compare that, we're still $1,000 less than the GR Corolla, but now we've got the TR brakes. So we've got brakes that are on par with the GR Corolla. We just don't have the drivetrain, but we have power that's on par with the Corolla as well. So that really narrows that gap, and we're still a bit less expensive. I think the big deciding factor that you're going to have here is what do you want for amenities? What do you want for interior trim? What do you want for radio? This is where you've got to get in the car and see what you like. See if you're okay with the base trim or not. What's interesting is the WRX Premium, they've made that just about $1,500 more. So for $33,995, you can get the Premium. So if that has the nice amenities to it, and you still want to do the build, so that's a good option, what would that look like? Well, let's say we wanted to go not with flex fuel, we're just going to go with an access port, which is $770, and we still do the brakes. So we've got $33,995, $42,42 for the brakes, and then $770 for the access port, just the access port alone. That brings us to $39,000. So we're still right in line with the GR Corolla. We have improved the performance of the car significantly. That's a really good value. I mean, we're just, it was about $1,500 more than what the starting WRX was as of last year. Definitely, if you got a base WRX, an entry-level WRX last year, you took one for the team. Appreciate it. But yeah, for 2026, there's just so much value packed into basically the WRX base or the WRX Premium. And if you want to do these little tweaks, you can elevate it so much. We haven't even talked about 6-speed swap yet. If you can do that for, say, $6,000, roughly speaking, that would be a used transmission and whatever parts you need. I mean, maybe for about $45,000, you could get the WRX, the TR brakes, access port, 6-speed. You've kind of built your own STI for $45K at that point. And that's with a brand new car, if you wanted to go down that path. That's pretty impressive. And then that really makes it, right in line with, the higher trim level GR Corolla, that sort of thing. A lot of performance for $45,000. So that's why it's so significant, I think, that they brought back the Base WRX for 2026. And hopefully they've learned how important this is to us as enthusiasts, and hopefully they'll keep it there for the future going on. So let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know if you're going to pick one of these up, what you're going to do to it. Maybe you're going to mod it in a different way. Maybe you don't need to go to the TR brakes, maybe it's something else. It's hugely significant. I think it's definitely great for us as enthusiasts. And now we just have to wait and see, what are they going to do with the STI? What are they going to bring? What's the performance level going to be? What's the price going to be? Are they going to take it up 2 notches, turn the knobs to 11, or something else? Subaru, you got to let us know. Thanks very much for watching. Really appreciate your support as always. And until next time, stay tuned with Flatiron's Tuning.